My partner, she works there, and she has lots of connections in Denver with Latino history. Being someone who's Native American and Latino, I don't have so much ties to the Latino community, so she sent it to me, and I was like, oh, that'd be interesting, because I don't really know much about my own history, so this was more something for myself.
It was something that I was very interested in because I've been involved in the equity community in Boulder Valley schools for 10, 12 years, something like that. And so it really was something that was right up my alley and I was interested in.
We need a liaison to help these kids better understand, get rid of the stigma, the stereotypes, and close that achievement gap, obviously, because that's our job as an educator.
I think it gives them something to connect with, and I think students are automatically more engaged when they see themselves in the curriculum, when they can say like, oh, like I also experienced something like that, or they can see themselves more closely.
I never stop learning. I've always said I'm a lifelong learner, so for me, when I'm invited somewhere or when I join something, part of it is me learning. I thought that I knew a lot about Latino history, and I do, but wow, I've learned so much these last 2 days already that it's like, I had no idea.
I'm not originally from Colorado, so the history of how people migrated to this state is very interesting to me. So again, it's going to help me to know the histories of my students. All students have stories, so I think stories are important to tell.
I want my students to get out of this program to know their roots, to know more why they came over here to the United States, why they're just here, to know deep inside how to become successful, to become more competent.
I want them to see equality and see the presence or what Latinos brought to Longmont or to Colorado or to the United States for that matter.
One of my students, Irle Hernandez, was hired as one of the interns when the program began to videograph the oral histories, and we had interviewed 4 people, and we also interviewed every intern, so she had already done her interview, and so when we finished with the 4 interviews, she was so inspired by the message and the struggles and the triumphs of different people that she wanted to do her video interview over. And she felt like her story needed to be told, and she needed to tell about her own personal struggle. And she was talking to like future generations. She knew the importance and the depth of the project.
This morning I heard some presentations from some teachers that were amazing, and they were for the kindergarten and first grade and primary teachers, but it was wonderful what they were doing. And again, the richness and the excitement and the understanding of the culture was great.
I want my students to have a sense of belonging, that they're not outside of the regular curriculum that we teach, that they are a part of it, and their family's experience is part of all history, and they need to see themselves reflected there.
In a class of mixed students, it's important for them to see, yeah, it's important to know your identity and know your culture and know your history, but at the same time, the foundation of who we are as human beings and to support each other. I think that's the biggest thing, is the ally piece.
They give us an immense amount of resources. They team us up with veteran teachers. They really make sure that you not only start out in this program, but then you can really flourish with it for years to come.